Going into my computer, post from the Attorney General Pam Bondi. No one is above the law. Today's indictment reflects this Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people. We will follow the facts in this case. John, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is an indictment on James Comey. Is that right? 2 counts, an indictment on James Comey. Bill, this is your world. This is your specialty. Guys, drop some notes in my inbox if you can, but your initial reaction.
Not unexpected, given what had happened over the past week, both with the prior Eastern District of Virginia U.S. Attorney and now the new one who's in there. I think that there was a strong desire, if there were sufficient facts to get probable cause to return an indictment from a grand jury, that they do it. The statute of limitations was running out Tuesday, which I think was the sense of urgency now. We are going to see this indictment soon, right? James Comey is going to be arraigned at some point. I'm sure his defense attorneys were battling quite mightily with the Eastern District of Virginia, trying to persuade them not to present to the grand jury, and the pre-trial motions are going to fly.
How do you defend, and I want to hear from Yemisi and Han afterwards, how do you defend the post from the president's basically saying, go get James Comey, and then, what was it, like 3 or 4 days later, we have this?
Look, I think after what the president went through, after what he saw his senior staff go through, after what he saw his campaign staff went through, after the FBI armed raid on Mar-a-Lago, President Trump is really going to want to make sure that justice is done. And I know that Chris...
He's giving you an hold. Han, jump in.
Yeah, come on in, Han. Because I think basically what you're seeing from a Republican point of view, from a MAGA point of view, is that the Democrats have set the precedent with this, with what they did on the lawfare against President Trump and everybody.
I want to get Chris and Yemisi in. Chris?
Look, Democrats didn't storm the Capitol for their president like this man did. This is selective prosecution. It's going to get thrown out of court. He's going to make Jim Comey's life miserable for a couple of months. It's ridiculous, and it's going to lead to many members of the House of Representatives being unelected this next November. Get ready. This is what's happening, assuming we have a free and fair election, and I believe we will. But assuming we do, we are going to see many Republicans pay for this man's crimes. Okay, not crimes.
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that?
This is selected prosecution. This is why Nixon. That email, that text to Pam Bondi, is what got Nixon removed from office. And if the Republican Party had the same courage it did back in the 1970s, they'd be standing up to Donald Trump right now, saying, "You better back off with this language of sending the U.S. attorney against your political opponents." It's un-American.
And I don't think we're going to see any of the House Republicans push back against this. I mean, when Trump made a directive to basically fire Jimmy Kimmel, the only person that really stood up was Senator Ted Cruz. He continues to make directives on social media to the people who run the DOJ and the FCC. And Jimmy Kimmel's back on air. I think James Comey will be fine.
I think, again, no one is above the law. We will see what happens here, but I completely agree. I don't think any of the Republicans in Congress are going to put up much of a fight around this. I think everyone's going to watch closely to see what's uncovered here.
So if you're just joining us, as you see on the bottom of the screen there, the Attorney General with a post moments ago that the former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted. I've been told on 2 counts. Here's the post. No one is above the law. Today's indictment reflects the Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people. We will follow the facts in this case. To Bill McGinley's point, we have yet to see the indictment or what the charges are or what is in that document.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.